How y'all doing? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. This is Cover Four with the guys. I got Keith with me tonight. How you feeling, Keith?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Cuddy?
Doing pretty good, man. Last week I was down and out with the with the wisdom teeth. Feeling a little better now. Feeling a little better. Shaking back. And we got a special guest on with us tonight, Mr. Blake. How you feeling, Blake?
Gucci, I'm good, but I'm not good.
Yeah,
And
that
as y'all can see,
That was rigged.
he repping terrible towel boys tonight. If you're watching, but he is Steelers fan, big Steelers fan over there. So
I don't
salute
even
to
know
the
why we got him. He lucky he my homeboy, boy. Man. I was not about to put no Steelers fan on the show.
hey, respect. We gotta have different people on here, different teams and stuff too. So respect. So we're gonna start off here. What do you say, Keith?
It's the best month of the year, bro. It's Black History Month.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Black History Month, definitely shout out, man. Black History Month.
Yeah, big
I
shout
mean,
out.
honestly, I'm gonna say forget the whole Black History Month. Like no other race has a month of history, right?
Yeah.
Black history should be celebrated year round, just like everything else. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a year-round thing, like Terrance saying. And then I got like a special Black History Month thing to like tell y'all. My topic today is Thurgood Marshall. He's the first African American Supreme Court justice that was appointed to the Supreme Court. He argued in the Brown versus the Board of Education, ending segregation of school in schools. In 1936, he became the chief of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And fun fact, he went to HBCU for law school. He went to Howard.
Yes, sir.
He would have went somewhere else. I forget the school's name. I can't think of it. But at the time, schools were segregated. He knew he wouldn't have gotten in. So he went to HBCU. That was our Black History Month news.
Yeah, definitely big shout out to Thurgood. We also have, we see a lot of, younger players who are now about to transition to college, like the Travis Hunter, big name guys that are also starting to go to the HBCUs and represent. So big shout out to those guys as well, because if you can ball, they're gonna come find you. So big shout out to those guys as well. Hopefully we have plenty more behind them that's going to do the same thing as well. So we got start off tonight, guys. We got the 1st and 10, the news segment. So first and foremost, we like to give a big ups to the Bengals and the Rams for making it to the Super Bowl. So we're gonna start off by Blake giving us who he got in the Super Bowl.
Whew. Man, oh man. All right, this year, Super Bowl, I'm going to take the Rams over the Bengals for the simple fact, mismatch, Eli Apple. Who's he going to guard? Cooper Kupp, OBJ. Take your pick. I don't think the Bengals O-line is going to be able to keep up with the Rams defense. Freaking Aaron Donald is just you see how he was manhandling them boys last week. Just imagine what he's going to do to an O-line that just gave up 8 or 9 sacks a couple weeks ago. So
yeah, 9.
The only way I see Bengals winning this is if Burrows can stay protected. It could be a decent game, but I don't know. I just don't see it happen in this game. But the future is bright for the Bengals for sure. They're probably gonna. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm gonna hate to say this, but they're probably gonna be running our division for the next handful of years.
Who you got winning, Keith?
So I'm gonna go. I wouldn't bet this, but I'm gonna go against it. I'm gonna go with the Bengals, bro, because the way I look at it is if they gotta take advantage of the opportunity given to them. Like Joe Burrow says, like we deserve to be here. Like we're not the Cinderella story. They need to snatch this one because it ain't gonna get no easier going forward. Like you're in the AFC, you're gonna have all these dudes in it. Like granted, like Blake said, they're probably gonna win our division. Like unless the Ravens do something drastically, the issues with the Steelers, so it's their division in turn to win. But going past that is where you're gonna get even some more bumps in the road. So I feel like you could take advantage and get it this year. Their defensive line's good. They can get to Stafford. Stafford turns the ball over. So that's if you can get a turnover from him or a couple, then you're in business. And the good thing about Cincy is they'll kick field goals even throughout the season. Like they get in field goal range.
Oh yeah, they're kicking it.
Pearson coming out to kick the field goal.
That's true.
That's another good thing. I do think they have a mismatch with the receivers. That is, anybody's a mismatch when you got Cooper Kupp and Odell. Like there's not many teams that have 2 elite corners. Like there's some, but Then you got Vance Jefferson. I think for the Bengals though, T. Higgins and Trey Henderson are going to be the difference makers. If T. Higgins eats alive, whichever corner gets him, because it's not going to be Ramsey, he's going to probably follow Jamar Chase the whole day. So if he eats alive, no, he definitely should. But if he eats alive, whoever his matchup is, and Trey Henderson can get a sack or just a lot of pressure on a Matthew Stafford, I feel like that would honestly make a big difference, to be honest.
Okay. I mean, I definitely like both of y'all picks. I'm gonna have to side with Blake on this one. I just think the Rams will end up pulling it out. I mean, it's crazy to see, the Heisman winner won national championship just a couple years ago, went from a 2-win and 4-win season to in the Super Bowl. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I don't know. I just can't see them overcoming, just like he said, Leonard Floyd, Aaron Donald, Von Miller. Just honestly, a lot of veterans on that defense with a struggling O-line. So that's the big thing. O-line struggling. And we're just going to have to see Burrow get the ball out quick and see if they can run the ball, obviously, as well, which is going to be tough. But just on the other side, like you say, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Odell. I mean, pick your poison there. And then, if they can get the run game going and let's say not put Stafford in a position to throw an interception, because we all know the man likes to throw dots to the other team. So if they don't put him in position to turn the ball over, then I can definitely see them winning. And they have a lot of guys that came there to win. And year one, they're getting it done. Not even the whole season. OBJ came in with a couple games. Von Miller came with a couple of games left, and they're getting it done.
They gave up a lot to get to where they are now. So if they win the chip, it was definitely worth it. But if they lose, I mean, how many draft picks? They lost a lot of draft picks. I know that.
They lost a lot. So, yeah, I mean,
it's a must win right here. Yeah.
Definitely,
like for the Bengals, it's just like I said, it's a good thing to get it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They can take advantage of the opportunity,
especially with everybody being hurt this year. Because next year, if Lamar's healthy and he gets a receiver or two, who knows what's going to happen? If we get a good quarterback, who knows what's going to happen? So if they're going to win, it's going to have to be this year. Because if everybody else is healthy, it's going to be difficult.
I agree with that. I definitely agree.
Back to the Super Bowl, man.
And I mean, we haven't even brought up, Josh Allen or Mahomes, or Justin Herbert. I mean, Derek Carr now with Josh McDaniels. Like, we haven't even brought up stuff like that. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be tough in AFC. So, since we're already talking about the Rams, so do you feel like the aggression was worth it since they don't have any first rounders until 2024?
I would say only if they win the Super Bowl. If they lose it, then yeah, of course, it's not worth it. But Aaron Donald's there. Von Miller, how many more years do you think he's probably gonna have?
He's not staying though. That's the crazy. They bet on all those dudes. And
yeah,
Odell is a one and done. Vaughn's a one and done.
I say though, if
they have to be able to retain somebody though. Like, it's worth it if they can retain Von Miller, OBJ.
I would go. Who you gonna go for? Pick your pick. I mean, you got Aaron Donald.
You have to go Vaughn. You can't go Odell because you got
Robert Woods coming back.
Yeah, you got Vance Jefferson. Like, he in that rotation with all of them, he doesn't fit for like a full season going forward. And Odell, he deserves to go get paid. Like, he's showing you he's still Odell, but I think you could probably keep Vaughn maybe. Like,
how old is he? 32, maybe 33 almost.
I think Vaughn's 32.
Something like that.
Yeah, he's getting towards the end of his prime, but I feel like, he's a veteran. He's savvy. He's somebody that's still, very physical, athletic. He's still an athletic specimen. So I feel like at the end of the day, he can definitely make some plays. So,
and it's crazy. I don't think he even wanted to be traded either.
He didn't.
Not expecting it.
He wasn't expecting it, but he was okay with it because they asked him. But he was just kind of. I think he was thinking like, "Hey, I'm retiring in Denver," and then they were like, "Hey," and it was nice how they did that for him. They sent him where he could go get a ring.
Yeah. And it's crazy that, they put him in a position pretty much like from, a team that's average, below average to wearing the Super Bowl. So at the end of the day, like, I'm happy for him that, like you said, he was sent somewhere where he can, have some success.
Yeah.
And then from here, he'll be able to choose, like, am I going to stay here in LA, try to run it back, or am I going to move on and try to, establish myself elsewhere? as
Please
well.
God.
So also, do y'all feel like, and I feel like the answer consensus wise is going to be yes. Do y'all feel like that was Jimmy G's farewell game?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
agree.
You already know how I was saying.
Honestly, my opinion on Jimmy G, he's out of there for sure, definitely. But as far as like where he would go next year, where I think he would fit, to be honest, Tampa's trying so hard to get A-Rod. They're trying so hard to get A-Rod, but I feel like Jimmy G might be a better fit than A-Rod. A little bit younger, a little bit more patient. Aaron Rodgers is not as mobile anymore, but I mean, he can't throw as far as Aaron Rodgers. He's not as accurate, but their offensive line, I think with him, I think that he would probably be a good fit there. I'm not saying that they're gonna probably go for him because I just hope the Steelers don't go for him either. But I think he would be. I'm not gonna say he would be successful because you know how the Bucks fans are. Mm-hmm. So if he has a couple bad games, the same way they did Fitzpatrick, the same way they did Jameis, he gonna definitely hear from him. But then now he's gonna think about it. He's like, all right, this is gonna be a mentality thing. I got to see if I can handle it. If I can play good, then I don't have to worry about the fans being up my ass.
But the thing is too, like whatever quarterback, whether like you said, if it was a potential for Aaron Rodgers to come there, Jimmy G, who was already in Tom Brady's shadow, does he want to go and do the same thing again? And then also you got Aaron Rodgers, who, you know, has already been getting criticized, like, hey, you just got booted from the playoffs yet again, and now you coming to fill in, you know, Tom Brady's shoes, but can you actually fill his shoes? Because we all know the type of leader everyone in that organization, obviously from the Patriots organization as well, how, you know, great of a leader Tom Brady is, and to come there and win a Super Bowl his first year. And, you know, if he goes there and doesn't do the same thing, like, hey, Tom Brady laid the foundation for you to come in and win, and you didn't get it done. So that'll be, I feel like that's even more tarnish on his legacy, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I feel like that's going to be for anybody, though. Like, we all know they're not going to go with Trask. He ain't going to be the quarterback. I don't even know why they drafted him.
I mean, he got to sit a year behind Tom. I feel like he's a great pocket passer, which is honestly the same type of quarterback Tom is.
Hey, you guys ready? You ready for this? That team that Tom took to the Super Bowl is not the team that is coming back for the Bucks. The center is going to be a free agent.
It's not.
Be a free agent. I think one of the other guards is going to be a free agent. Jace Pierre-Paul is going to be a free agent. Sue's going to be a free agent. And maybe you can get Sue and Jace Pierre-Paul on, like, you know, vet deal because they're older. You know, they'll probably stay. They might like the city and stuff. But I don't see Jensen at 30, a good center, just being like, yeah, you know, I'm going to stay here and take the discount when he could probably not get a big payday, but either say if he came back to Baltimore because we had him. He's like, oh, I want to go back to Baltimore and play there. Or he's like, hey, I want to go somewhere else. I just think that team's dynamic is going to be shaked up. I think
definitely.
Jimmy's best spot is it's not going to be with the Bucks because Jimmy has to be in a system where they run the ball or effective at running the ball and how they scheme it. And Bruce Arians' system or Brian Leftwich isn't going to be there, right? He got the Jack's job. Yeah, so he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
That system is built on big throws down the field, taking the chance, right? Jimmy is not like that. So Jimmy, in turn, I feel like he would fit in the Steelers situation. If he can get in the Steelers situation with Najee Harris and those weapons they have, you know, they do need a veteran receiver with those young guys. But, you know, with Najee Harris, granted the O-line's horrible, but if I'm the Steelers, I wouldn't shy away from getting Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm shy away, but if I was the Steelers, I would sign a trade, Juju Smith, and go for Deshaun. I'll give him 3 first-round picks, Juju Smith for Deshaun. That's how desperate we is for. Just imagine just the way Deshaun plays with the young core that we have with Claypool and Deontay and Najee Harris. I think we are.
Do you want to see y'all give Dwayne Haskins a shot, or no? You think he should just be out too?
I would give Dwayne Haskins a shot over Mason Rudolph. I'll give you that.
Definitely.
If we can get Deshaun, yes. If we can get Aaron Rodgers or some big name, go for it. But if we're not gonna get anybody, and they decide they just want to just pick what we always do and not get a quarterback in the draft and just go for like offensive line, fine. Then we would go with Dwayne Haskins. Everybody always forget that he threw 50 freaking touchdowns not that long ago, and so now it's just like do you want? And we've seen how Mason plays, and I'm not trying to root for that.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's not a talent issue. It's a
Leadership
yeah,
issue.
leadership issue.
We've seen, and the way he started that little fight with Miles Garrett, it was he initiated it. We don't need that crap, bro. I'd rather have Dwayne, and I personally think Dwayne's better anyway. So we'll see.
I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be I think it's gonna be one of those things. If you can't get the big names, if they don't move, those pieces don't move.
Yeah.
I would take Jimmy and have Haskins back him up, or have Haskins back him up. That'd be fine. Maybe Jimmy helps him.
definitely. So we got the GOAT officially announces his retirement. So obviously this question, does he play next year, is not into play anymore. But moving on here, we got the head coaching situation going on in the NFL right now. So what you got to say, Keith?
We can't just move on to that, man. That man had a great career. I ain't gonna let you just skip that, man. You a pass.
Listen, he put us last, so I was gonna do him the same way.
Hey, I'm gonna give my man his flowers, bro. I enjoyed watching him. I'm probably like one of the few Ravens fans that didn't have a problem watching Tom play, because like he didn't like piss me off. Like I wasn't like, oh fuck Brady or nothing. You know what I mean? Like I was like, like whatever. Like I think he's beat us twice in the playoffs, or we beat him once. Like I like watching him play. I think he's for the most part a good dude. The only bad thing or knack I have on him is just the complaints to the ref, how they never over the years just got like never got called. Like it just, and I've seen him the way he dealt
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he finally got that call a couple of weeks ago. But other than that, I think he's a pretty good dude. For the most part, his teammates have a good thing to say about him. You gotta admire the grind. Be a 6th-round pick, make it that far, prove that you deserve to be there. Because people forget beating out Drew Bledsoe, that's hard. That wasn't
the Super Bowl too, though.
Bro, yeah, that wasn't an easy task. Like Drew Bledsoe was not no bump. Like you weren't just beating him. You know what I mean? So the fact he was able to do that, the fact that he was able to do it with just who he did it with, and I would have loved to see him get that ring that year he had Randy, because I love Randy.
Me too.
Like if they could have capped that off, that would have been dope. It's dope to see what he was able to bring to Tampa. He changed their whole culture. I don't think it's going to stay changed, but he was able to bring a different dynamic to them. And you saw how hard they played for him, how serious they took it. And I think that's just dope. I think he's leaving at a good time, though, because I think, like you said, the league is the league's in good hands going forward. It'd be different if, like, we were looking around like, oh my God, like Tom's gone. Like kind of like in the NBA at first, people were like, well, what's if Bron leaves, like where we at? And now there's people there. There's always been, but it's just like, oh, like when he hangs it up, what's it gonna look like?
It's just you're so used to seeing this person for your whole childhood. Now it's just like he's not there, and now it's just like, dang.
Yeah. So
I feel like Tom definitely had a great year. Definitely gave 2 decades of passion and just blood, sweat, and tears into the Patriots organization. A great person. And he did a lot of great things for the organization as far as the records. Obviously we know he's broken a ton of records. He's gonna he's gonna hold a lot of records for the foreseeable future. Now they move it up to 17 games. I can see people like Mahomes, Josh Allen potentially, towards it. Yeah,
and let's put injuries in. If we put injuries and resting, depending on like records and.
But I'm definitely, he definitely changed the game, and like you said, Mr. Irrelevant changed the way we look at guys who were, drafted, 5th, 6th round. So definitely want to, take our hats off to Tom Brady and show him that we really do appreciate him for 20 plus years.
As a Steelers fan, I haven't never liked the Patriots. We would set up perfect teams when we had AB, freaking when Le'Veon had a crazy year when he missed the first 4 or 5 games and still put up almost like 1,500 rushing yards, and it was just like, damn, bro, we about to do it. And there comes Tom Brady, bro. And then we lose to them by whether it's a touchdown or a stupid turnover that we did. So I never liked the Patriots. That's just the Patriots. Tom Brady, I always have respect for, because it's like, damn, bro. It's like he finds a way to win no matter who's on his team. Like the year Chris Hogan had that 2 crazy catches in the playoffs. And it was just like, everybody was like, bro, who is this? And it's like, bro, Tom Brady, you just play with Tom Brady. You can go find somebody from the freaking street, and Tom Brady gonna make sure you get to the dang Super Bowl some kind of way. So yeah, I give Tom Brady his hat. I'll give him his flowers. When he came to the Bucks, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work because the Bucks, they weren't really that great. But then he came his first year, won it, and it was like, damn, now the Bucks are relevant. Then this year, a few mistakes, but they was close to making it to the. They probably would have been to the Super Bowl to be honest, because they would have beat the Rams, and then they would definitely beat the 49ers, I think personally. But yeah, man, I give him his flowers, man. There's definitely a great 22 years. I enjoy watching him, but for the most part, I enjoyed. Like, I didn't enjoy it, but I did.
You enjoy it when he wasn't playing the Steelers.
Yeah, big shout out to that man, because he brought up having to enjoy like his family and his kids now, and we saw what happened, unfortunately, with like Kobe, Bean Bryant, rest in peace.
Mhm.
But like he was able to enjoy his family, even though it was for a short amount of time. Like you gotta appreciate.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, definitely.
It. So I'm glad Tom is like he was conscious of that, and was like, nah, they need me, and maybe his kids play ball, or maybe they just want to be around their dad, bro. Like,
yeah, that's all it is.
So that's
dope.
dope.
We're gonna see if Tom decides to do some kind of broadcasting. Maybe he comes to New England to be offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, or I ain't gonna throw it. Hey, I think we got a spot open in the front office. He can come be the GM. He can come be the GM.
Hey, so if Tom Brady said today he wants to be a head coach and he wants to coach the Buccaneers, do you think do they keep Bruce, or you think they will just go straight for Tom Brady?
I mean, I don't think he does that. I think Bruce is on his way out anyway. Realistically,
I don't think that makes
it don't make too much sense if I had to guess. But
as far as like popularity and how
resume
much
wise though, like he ain't got the
he
ain't got Bruce Arians level like qualifications to be like, we finna boot Bruce Arians and put in Tom. But if it was like, hey Tom, we just lost Leftwich, you can be the offensive coordinator. Okay, I can see him being an offensive coordinator. Honestly, I
feel like he's still gonna stick around and like help the QBs and stuff. It depends. I think he's gonna move from Tampa though. Got a feeling he's leaving.
I think he's gonna go to the booth like Romo. I feel like people like Tampa Tom, like how he was in Florida and stuff. I feel like his personality, he'd probably be good in the booth. Like imagine
a quarterback, another quarterback being broadcaster.
Yeah, imagine you hear a game with him and Romo. Like him and Romo are calling the game.
Talking ball, just talking ball. Because honestly, Romo is a really smart dude too. Like even watching the games and listening to the broadcasters, like Romo be calling out the plays. Yeah, no, it's a run to the right now. He just switched it because blah blah blah. And it's like, man, like, and it happens. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
It's insane. So, but yeah, definitely salute to Tom, man. Enjoy your retirement, however long that might be, because we have no clue what your next move is gonna be. But from I guess I can speak for all of us, we definitely would love to still see Tom around footballs in some sort, whether it's broadcasting, maybe even coaching, quarterbacks coach, offensive coordinator somewhere. But we would definitely love to see you around football somewhere. So definitely enjoy your retirement while you're off though. And moving on here, so we got some news with the head coach hirings here. So we got the Broncos hiring Nathaniel Hackett, the Giants hiring Brian Daboll. We got the Bears hiring Matt Eberflus, Josh McDaniels going to the Raiders. And then we still have some vacancies. So we got the Jags, Dolphins, Vikings, Texans, and Saints with some vacancies. So what needs to be done to see more inclusion? So, other ethnicities that more than qualify for these positions that aren't even getting a chance. So Blake, what do you think what needs to happen to make this change? Because we have the Rooney Rule, but obviously they stepping on that. That's been stepped on.
Honestly, man, it's tough because you can see, like, let's just say ethnicity that's not white, obviously, because that's the majority of the coaching positions in the NFL, in sports in general. Like an offensive coordinator, like I honestly think Byron would be a great head coach, but it's the way the NFL works. It's tough, bro. It's really hard. Like, what do we have left? Is it just one black head coach now? I think it's just one. No, we got Tomlin. He's one.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's crazy. So honestly, the change.
And we got Ron Rivera, who was Hispanic, right? So
yeah, but
yeah, you got Ron.
That counts. the changes that should happen. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's really hard because like no matter what we try, like it could be a different ethnicity, be a terrific offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator that's ready to move up to be a head coach. And now it's like, all right, well, we're going to interview him. They're going to just the same way they just did this other dude. They're going to interview him and then end up giving it to somebody else. That's obviously not Black or Spanish or something like that. So I don't know how we're going to change this because that's just the way it's been. And it's just like a consistent thing.
I think you got to the point where it's damn near a good old boy system. It honestly, it's not damn near, it is. I think not having any Black owners, like I had Ozzie Newsome, which was great. Boy, the man drafted Lamar because I don't know if them boys would have drafted him if it wasn't for him. So just like you need that relatability to the players, to the culture of the game. I don't know how you fix it. The NFL needs to do something. They won't, of course not. We've been there with it, but I'm tired of seeing dudes like Doug McDermott got that Bills job, right? Doug McDermott is a defensive minded coach. Brian Flores is a defensive minded coach. No one brings up Doug McDermott being a defensive minded coach as him not being able to do his job well enough. You know why? Because they had Brian McBull, or what's his name?
You talking about Brian Dabble? Brian
Dabble calling the plays for all his offense, and Josh Allen took the huge leap. So why is it Brian Flores? It's like, oh no, he'd be fucking fine. Like it doesn't matter. There's some coaches like Bill had Josh McDaniels. You know why? McDaniels probably ran the offense better, and Bill knew how to keep the defense on lock. That's fine. I don't get why people think your head coach is supposed to do both. Like Andy Reid has no say on the defense, probably. Like what? Like I hate that one thinking that your coach is supposed to be this way or that way, or like, no, like give these dudes the opportunity, give them a chance. Like I'm tired of seeing them get turned away. Like T. Martin, our receiver coach, he just interviewed for the Bills job. He didn't get it, but he interviewed for it. The fact they won't fire Greg Roman and hire this man is beyond me. But I'm sick of it. It's annoying. Like,
yeah, it definitely is. I just think that there are already things in place to make things more inclusive, like the Rooney Rule, for example, but it's not being handled properly, or it's not being, I guess, I don't know, what would you say, policed or, implemented, whatever you want to say, because now we got this whole Brian Flores thing that just came out. So a couple of the things from that, we got apparently the Miami owner offered him $100,000 per loss in 2019 to help draft position. He was also pressured into tampering, pretty much. The owner wanted him to meet with Tom Brady before he was a free agent. Then we have the Belichick text messages showing the Giants selected head coach, Brian Dable, before Flores' interview with the Giants. So now we have, hey, this guy was already hired. Why are y'all even interviewing me? Like, hey, if he's your guy, just say he's your guy, in the interviewing process. Then you have with the Broncos that Flores also interviewed for, he stated that Elway showed up late and hung over to pretty much comply to the Rooney Rule. So I feel like, things like that just goes to show, just how being a minority, how pretty much you're treated in these type of environments. And it's insane. Just like a guy like, Eric Bieniemy, who is more than qualified at this point to be a head coach somewhere. And we've seen, type of spark, the type of, progression and things like that we see out of the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. And yet this man still, hasn't offered the job. It's insane as well. But we definitely need to see some more inclusion for sure. Hopefully the NFL does something. Not sure exactly what they're going to do, but I mean, they have to do something. What you going to say, Keith?
I raised my hand. I thought that was pretty neat. I remember using this in class, but I mean, if you look at it, take for instance, the Raiders had a head coach, the interim head coach that their players bought into, and they hired Josh McDaniels. I'm not saying Josh McDaniels from a scheme point probably wouldn't have been a good hire, but you mean to tell me you couldn't just run it one more year with your interim coach to see how he did?
That's true too.
Why not? Look, the players obviously bought into him.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not saying you got to have him long term, but what would have been an issue to be like, hey, let's run it with him one more year.
Hey, we made the playoffs. Let's go ahead and see.
Exactly, because let's be honest, the Raiders team isn't a rebuild unless you're going to move Carr, Waller, and all those pieces.
Yeah.
It's a middle of the pack team that kind of just needs to get over the hump, bring in some pieces, change the dynamic, maybe move back to Oakland. But why did you go get Josh McDaniels? I don't get it.
I mean, Josh McDaniels was saying it had to be a special place for him to leave New England, a special situation and everything.
Remember how he did?
Yeah, Indianapolis. I'm not sure what he's thinking to say, like, hey, this is a special place, other than like, hey, yeah, it's a special place because y'all got all these players drinking and driving, all this misconduct in the front office. Like, what? I mean, I don't know what's so special about it or whatever, what have you, but I mean, I definitely wish him all the success. I'm not sure what's so special besides, like, obviously,
Vegas.
Darren Waller, Vegas, Derek Carr, Crosby. It's some great caliber players on the team, but as far as like the organization and the culture and everything, not so. I mean, it might be okay since they still were able to win games and stuff like that, even throughout all of that kind of stuff. But I mean, I'm not sure what was so special, but I mean, we definitely need to see some more inclusion and some more diversity, some people that really, actually deserve shots at jobs. Just like Flores, don't think he deserved being fired, even from Miami or whatever, but just like Cully as well from the Texans. I mean, he stepped in 1 year and he's out. I mean, what did y'all do for him to succeed to make y'all fire him?
I'm not gonna lie. If I was a black coach, there's no way I'd take the Texans job. If you even try to interview me, I'd tell you kick rocks. We got to change the subject.
What year are we talking about?
Huh?
It's on this year, or does it matter?
I'm saying going forward.
This year going forward, yeah.
I would not interview.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
No, bro, we got to change the subject. I'm gonna get pissed. It's just the first day of Black History Month, bro.
Moving forward here, so we got the halftime segment. Y'all all have already got acquainted to our friend Blake here. So Blake is going to tell us what he feels like he needs to see the Steelers do moving forward now that Big Ben has retired, and he's also, if he feels like it, he can also give us a emotional farewell as well for Big Ben.
Oh man, yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been watching Ben since I was a kid. So I became a Steelers fan. Just one random day, I went to my cousin's house and I was like 5 or 6 years old, and we would watch football all the time. Everybody at my household were Giants fans. But I didn't watch football with my parents. I used to go to my cousin's house. So that's how I became a Steelers fan. So I've been a Steelers fan damn near my whole life. So I pretty much watched Ben from rookie year till now. So I watched his career highlights the other day, and it was just like, damn, bro, this dude lasted a long time, and I've been watching since before I even moved to
Florida.
Yeah, Florida. So, what we need, obviously, we're gonna need a quarterback now. But like we spoke about before, if we don't go quarterback in some kind of way, we don't get one, then in the draft we need to get offensive line, give Haskins a chance, unless they're gonna do the little Jimmy G thing, which, I mean, if we have to, sure, and then we back up Haskins. I'm not gonna lie, if Mason Rudolph is our starting quarterback, I probably would start looking for another team, because there's no way in hell that I'm gonna be cheering for that dude, man. And it sucks because we got Deontay. Deontay had over 1,000 yards this year. We got Chase. He didn't really have too great of a year, but we know he's versatile. So we can definitely use him. Najee played really good. I didn't expect Najee to be this good for his rookie year, but he did really well.
Tight end's fire too.
Who?
Your tight end. I don't know how to say his man's name.
Tight
end.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. He's pretty decent. Our defense is actually not that bad. I think we gonna have to somehow
gotta pay Mika.
Yeah, y'all gotta pay Mika.
You gotta pay him for sure. We need him, because I say he's top 5 safeties in the NFL. I ain't gonna give him. I'm not gonna be biased and say he's the best one, even though I really want to.
Was he a strong safety or free safety? I think he's a strong safety, right?
Oh, he's strong, yeah.
He probably the top 3 at strong safety.
Yeah, I was saying 5 to be generous because you know.
You ain't gotta lie.
Yeah, you talk your trash, you talk your stuff here.
Defense is pretty good. We got Cam Hayward still, so I mean, I don't know how much longer he got, but he played pretty good this year. So our biggest issue is just freaking offensive line and the QB. So if we can tighten that up, then I think we should be all right next year. I mean, I did not expect us to make the playoffs this year the way things was looking for us, but we somehow like that tie when we tied with Detroit. I said, all right, now that tie is gonna make or break the rest of the season just because it's the worst team in the NFL at that time. They didn't even have a win yet, and now it's like at the end of the season. I mean, luckily we had that extra game because if we didn't have that extra game, we was not making the playoffs. We luckily beat Baltimore at Baltimore. Well, I'm not gonna say lucky, we beat their ass, but
now y'all lucky. What y'all lucky is that the Raiders elected to kick that field goal.
Yes, because they was actually. I saw the highlights the next day, and apparently, dude was whispering to him. He's like, "We were supposed to tie the game or something like that." And he's like, "We wasn't supposed to kick it or some crap." And I was like, I would have been really mad. Actually, I won't even be mad because then we got a better draft pick. But yeah, man, farewell, Big Ben. Appreciate the long career. I would probably put Big Ben all time. Probably top 15 because this is way too many quarterbacks. And then like all these young guys easily like Josh Allen, Mahomes, all these guys are going to be really good. And like and they're still so young. If they stay healthy and don't get hurt, these not the Tom Brady record, like Big Ben, his record's going to be gone. Drew Brees might get touched by maybe Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Herbert's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot going on in with the Chargers too. So damn, the AFC's gonna be crazy next year. Sheesh.
Yeah, AFC is insane, bro. It's deep. Quarterback is deep in the AFC. So
that's all I got. That's all I got in the Steelers before I start crying.
All right, so salute the Big Ben, man, and
Flowers
yet again.
Flowers.
I don't want to throw salt on your parade or nothing, but yet again, you got Tom Brady. Kind of hanging over Ben again because like
you're tired of writing the
Big
same
Ben like now I know you just seen me retire. You gonna go ahead and retire this year too?
That's funny because when they first did the notification about Tom Brady retiring, he didn't even confirm that. I was like, everybody started getting hyped. They was like, oh shoot, maybe he's gonna come back for a year. In my head, I'm like, nah, he just wanted to wait and give it a few more days. He definitely retiring, bro. There's no way he's coming back. But I feel like
on the guaranteed money like Breeze did. I think it was today or tomorrow his guaranteed money kicked in for the Bucks.
Oh, that's how it worked?
I don't know. I think he retired because he wanted to retire. But remember, Breeze waited to retire with the Saints.
Yeah.
Didn't wait, but like he was conscious of like, okay, I'm about to get my extra cash. I don't think Tom needed to do that because his wife is loaded, but he might have did that.
Why not?
Yeah, true. I gotta look into it, so don't quote me on that. But
look, why not? They getting their money. I can get mine on the way out. I'm on the way out. This pocket change right here. So for them, I'm gonna say that's for them. This pocket change.
That's all I got.
All right, so like big shout out to Big Ben on his retirement as well. Don't want you to be in Tom Brady's shadow no longer. Both of y'all retiring on top, going out in the playoffs, and fighting for a chance to go to another Super Bowl. So, big ups to both of those guys. So now we're gonna move on to 4th and 5 segment here. So we got the quarterbacks and tight end tiers for the 2021-22 season. So Blake, we want you to go ahead and give us your quarterback tiers for this season, and we're gonna see what you got going on over there.
Tier 1.
We
by the season.
And everything.
Tier 1, oh man, the top quarterback of the year. I hate to say it, but it was Tom Brady, bro.
Brady. Time out. I left Tom off everything because he retired. Yeah,
we're talking about for this year though. This season,
I left him off of it because he was retired.
Nah, man,
I left him off. No lie though. He's up there. He's there, but
if we're doing it that way, damn.
Yeah, he had a great year. I'm not slighting him. He had a great year. I just once he found out he retired, I was like, okay,
go by it. So tier 1, The way are we doing it the way the picture was? One,
Yeah,
two,
yeah. You
four?
do it that way. That's
Okay,
fine.
tier 1, Tom Brady. Personally, he had probably like, there's no way. How old is he? 45, 44?
Yeah.
There's no way he should still be playing this great at that age. I mean, granted, he did have a lot of weapons, but 45 with that many yards, that many touchdowns, leading the league and all that shit is ridiculous. So I'll give Tom Brady tier 1, tier 2, obviously going to Mahomes and Josh Allen. Tier 3 for this season, I'm going Joe Burrow, Aaron Rodgers, and Lamar. Even though Lamar was hurt for a lot of the years, I know he's gonna give me that face, but it's okay. Tier 4, I went Kyler, Dak, Russell, and Herbert.
I'm more shocked you got Rodgers in tier 3. Like I know he shit the bed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, we're talking about the whole season though.
Yeah, he about to get his 3rd MVP, and you put him in the 3rd tier.
I don't think they're gonna give it to him. I
mean,
we're gonna see. What you got shaking on your top 10, Keith?
All right. So I did a ranking, and then I did the tiers. Okay. So I'll just run through. There's no time, no disrespect to Tom. I just didn't put him on it because I knew he was about to hang it up, but he was easily top 5 quarterback off of last season. He led in touchdowns and yards. So booyah.
He was
Tom
number
Brady.
1. Keep it
Kudos. Kudos. I'm going Mahomes at 1, Rodgers at 2, Allen at 3, Joey B at 4, Matthew Stafford at 5, 6, Justin Herbert, 7, Kyler, 8, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott at 9, Derek Carr at 10. Check me out. So tier wise, I broke
Ain't no
it
way
down.
in hell I'm putting Kirk Cousins in my top 10. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me either.
Wait, look, y'all gotta hear me out. Listen to what I'm about to say.
Hell no.
So one is your fucking, I don't know, your game changing. Yeah, your god tier quarterback. 2 is like those dudes are
the GOAT.
They're a GOAT. They're barely missing. They're not necessarily a GOAT already, but they're barely missing something.
Yes.
Like they're getting there. 3 is you can win with them, and then 4 is like they're serviceable. Okay, so 4 like you're just serviceable. Tier 1 is Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and I put Josh Allen. At 2, I got Joey B, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, Kyler. At 3, I got Dak. 4, I got Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr. On this list, check me out. I know I'm missing Lamar Jackson, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson didn't play because the obligations.
He didn't play though.
Lamar started had a rough start, hit his MVP form again, and then got banged up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was actually had a chance at getting MVP at the point when he was like playing really well. He got banged up. Russell, he got banged up too. I got Lamar and Watson in tier 2, and I got Russell in tier 3. Now I think Russell's great, but I mean, he ain't won a Super Bowl in a while, and I don't know what's going on in Seattle. I don't think it's his fault.
Playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think it's his fault in Seattle, but I don't know what it's like. And he was banged up this year, so in all reality,
that was tier 3.
Russell's tier 3. Lamar and Deshaun are tier 2.
I mean, we can't really put Deshaun there. He didn't play a single game this year.
I mean, he didn't, but they're the people that are missing. Remember, I said they're missing. I didn't even count them.
Okay.
Yeah. So they weren't even. I didn't even rank them because you got to think my top 10. You could bump Kirk Cousins. You can move Derek Carr.
Get Kirk Cousins out there, and since you put in Deshaun in, you got to put Brady in, bro. It's only fair.
Come on, I already told you how I felt with the TB12. I
just don't want you saying we being recorded right now. I don't need you saying Kirk Cousins in the top 10, bro. That's crazy.
Look, check me out. It's crazy, but look up his numbers.
We know his numbers, but
let's be realistic now.
But are we counting these tiers and as in, hey, you're winning me games, or we like what are we doing? Because I only have Kurt at tier 4. I said he's serviceable. Because remember, is 1.
Kurt like a Jimmy G, like
they're game changers. I don't even know what, you're just there, and I have him in tier 4, so you can't move off of them, but you can't move up to get anybody else, and they're in cap hell in Minnesota. Well, not cap hell.
I mean,
you put
Cousins contract hell.
You put Russell Wilson in there?
Yeah, he's at tier 3.
Okay,
he's a tier 3 with Dak, and I don't get me wrong, he is definitely better than Dak. So it's just
Who
the same.
is?
Russell.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you were saying Kirk Cousins was. I'm about to hang up.
Fuck no.
So for me, I put the GOAT at number 1, Brady. See, it's a toss up here because number 2, I put Rodgers. And then for 3 and 4 is Mahomes and Allen, however you want to flip flop them, honestly. Then I have Herbert and Burrow. Then I have 7, I have Stafford, Dak, Carr, and then Kyler to finish off my list. So tier 1, I got
Carr
Brady.
above Kyler?
So Carr played more games than Kyler. So Kyler was out for a little bit.
Ooh. That's bold, boy.
And I mean, we seen how good they played at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, they started off hot, but
And then once he came back from injury,
But everybody was injured. It was crazy, bro. They rocked the season not getting injured for a little bit. Other than they had JJ Watt go down. Then everybody just didn't make it the rest of the way.
Their defense played good though those first 5 games.
yeah, he didn't look good. He didn't look the same once he came back from that injury.
Phillip Jones had 5 sacks the first game, bro. So
He was beating up on Taylor Lewan. And Taylor Lewan actually watched his podcast of him on I Am Athlete. He's a pretty funny dude. Or not, it wasn't I Am Athlete, it's Pivot.
Since we're doing the tiers as well, I had Brady in tier 1. And then just based off the top 10, I had Rodgers, Allen, and Mahomes tier 2. And then I had Herbert and Burrow in tier 3. And then 4, I have Stafford, Prescott, or Dak, Carr, and Kyler.
You got to move Stafford up. You're selling.
I'm not, though.
I didn't hear you didn't put
You think Dak would do the same thing?
He missed a lot of time.
You think
that's
Dak
why I
would
put him up here?
You think Dak would do the same thing that Stafford just did on the Rams? If you flipped him? Because I'm gonna be honest, I think I put Stafford on the Cowboys. He's gonna do the same thing, that even better than what Dak did.
Nah, they still lose.
No, and they still lose, but he looks way better than Dak does in that system. I don't think you could take Dak on the Rams.
I don't know, because the way Dak was looking, like
Dak,
especially early on in the season,
he was in MVP form, bro.
You hear me?
Cowboys. He was playing really good.
Honestly, I think you could flip flop Dak and Stafford. Honestly, I think so. Just being honest, bro. We're not gonna act like,
bro. How much money
Dak is more athletic.
Bro, time out. How much money did Auntie give you to say that about Dak? Bro, how much money she paid? Bro, how much money she paid you to lie on this fucking podcast?
I'm not lying though, bro. I would flip flop Stafford and Dak. I would take Dak on the Rams as well, and I think he would get it done.
I'm gonna put Twitter on your ass. Say
because I agree though, because less turnovers than Stafford. I mean, less INTs than Stafford. The Cowboys' offensive line was I think they might have the slight edge over, but I think he's more mobile than Stafford, so I still think he can get around and still throw it to Cup and Odell. Yeah, I think you can swap that, bro. That's actually not a bad intake.
And you're saying if you flip Dak to the Rams, they would still be just as successful?
I think so.
Yeah, with that same defense, they would.
I think so. That's my take on it. I honestly think Stafford, I think he's serviceable because we know that he's a gunslinger, but the man loved to throw dots to the other team. Like the man loved to throw interceptions. I don't know what be going on with him, but I think you could, and that's just me personally. So we're gonna move on to the tight ends here. We got Blake. You can go ahead and kick us off with your top 10 tiers.
Are we doing top 10? Or are we doing tiers? How we do it? Does it matter?
We can do it the same way. We can rock the same way.
All right. Well, I'll just do top 10 then. Top 10. Mark Andrews. You know me. I can't stand the Ravens, bro. That's like one of our biggest rivals ever.
Big dog.
But Mark Andrews was on some crazy ish this year. Granted, they did have a lot of injuries, and he had to step up and play a bigger role as far as catches and yardage, which he's used to doing it anyways. But yeah, I give him. He definitely was number 1 this year. 2, gotta go Travis Kelce. 3, George Kittle, of course.
Like that.
4, I would go. I probably even though he only had 1 touchdown, Kyle Pitts played good. I'll give him that. He played. No, I can't put him fourth. I'm not. I'll put him. He's in my third row. Nah, I'm gonna go Waller, even though he didn't play much, but he's very effective. Granted, he had. I'm really not a big fan of Derek Carr. Like you guys, I think one of you guys put him in your top 10. I didn't put him in my top 10. But yeah, Waller played really good when he was available. Then I'll go Kyle Pitts. Then I'll go TJ. Gronk is at the bottom.
Wait, TJ Hawkinson?
Yeah. He played good, bro. He played good. Why y'all giving me why y'all going? Don't tell me he didn't play good this year.
Top 10? Good.
Yes, top 10. Y'all didn't put him in your top 10?
Hell no.
All right, we're gonna get to y'all's. All right, so I got Dawson.
Is y'all
Dallas.
drinking? What y'all got? Y'all drinking tonight?
Nah, he got something in that solo cup over there. That's who's drinking.
Juice. But yeah, I got after Hawkinson, I got Dawson. Then I got Dallas, Gronk. I really didn't want to put Gronk in the top 10 because he had a listen. Let me explain. Tom Brady made Gronk look good. If we put Gronk back on the Patriots, does Gronk play that good?
Okay, is you gonna say Travis Kelce looked good because of Mahomes?
No. Don't compare those two.
You know Gronk the best tight end, right?
I'm saying,
bro, but he's coming back from retiring, and he's not as mobile as he used to be. Yes,
he still got off.
He could buy. What he said?
He put up, I think it's 800 yards, right?
He still went off.
Punctured his fucking lung. So if he never does that with the bruise, the messed up ribs, guess what? He probably clips 1,000 yards. Oh my God.
Moving on. I went. That was 9, and then I put Dalton.
Okay, you want me to go Terrance or you want?
You go ahead.
I want to hear this.
All right. We ain't got to discuss it. You know, my man from B Moore, he finally started catching the ball this year because last year I was on him and Marquise Brown ass for tipping the ball. Them boys, they was playing. You know how in basketball you be tip drilling off the backboard just to each other, you know, running back. Man, them boys was gonna tip the ball in the air. But this year he got off 107 receptions, 1,300 yards, 9 tubs. That's insane. George Kittle second. He had a great year. Travis Kelce's third. Kyle Pitts. This is crazy to me. Big shout out to Nick. 68 receptions, 1,026 yards, 1 touchdown. Nick is going to allude to this as the Matt Ryan syndrome of Julio Jones not having as much touchdowns as he should. This is what is going to happen to Kyle Pitts. I hope not. But the fact that he only had 1 touchdown, and let's remember, the Falcons.
1 is insane. 17 games, bro.
And he fast. It's not like he can't get loose. The Falcons,
man had 1,000 yards. Like, how
bro, the Falcons didn't use this man until later. Remember, he wasn't even in the game plan the first couple games.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So there's that. I got Dallas Goedert from the Eagles. He's a big dog. I like him a lot. He's underrated. I think if maybe they just had some more like a veteran receiver, or elite receiver, he probably get even more shine. I got Gronk at 6. Ain't no way I'm leaving this man off the tight end list. I don't care if this man would have threw up a fucking goose egg this year. There's no way. He's the greatest tight end. You got, bro, Shannon Sharp was one of my favorite tight ends, and he concedes to it's Gronk. Tony Gonzalez probably, I don't think Tony said it publicly, but I think Tony would probably be like, yeah, you could take Gronk. At 7, this one's a bit of a stretch. I got Mike Gesicki. Can't say names for shit on here. Sorry, y'all. I think he's really good. I think he doesn't get as much shine as he would because his quarterback issues or whatnot there. 8, Dalton Schultz. Oh my God. I know Auntie's super excited. There's been Cowboys all over this damn tiers. He put up 78 catches, 808 yards, 8 touchdowns. He ain't gonna block nobody, but the man gonna, catch the ball.
Yeah, he can catch the ball though.
I got Dawson Knox at 9. I know this is kind of controversial because his numbers don't reflect, but let's remember he is in a system with like 5 receivers and one like top 5 receiver. So him not getting the ball as much, but being sure-handed when he does, I think is a good good thing to have. 10, I got Zach Ertz. He snapped for the Cardinals. It was like he was rejuvenated playing there. I wanted the Ravens to get him. Granted, it obviously would have been weird with having Mark Andrews. Probably would have been a split there, but Zach Ertz showed
I
up.
think could have worked with 2 tight end sets, though. A lot of
Yeah.
tight end sets. I think could have worked.
Yeah, and then missing, obviously, Darren Waller, who's banged up. I know what Darren Waller can do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Darren Waller could have been one this year, if we're gonna be honest, if he was healthy the whole year.
Yeah.
So there's that. Tier-wise, I'm gonna rank it. Number 1, obviously, is Andrews. Kittle's in 1, Travis Kelce's in 1, Gronk's in 1. 2 is just Kyle Pitts by himself.
No Dallas? We're going based off of this year, right?
Just him at 2. And then or no, 2 is yeah. So I'm gonna go 2, Kyle, and then I'm gonna put Darren Waller there just to put him at 2. He's really probably better than 2. And then 3 would be Dallas and Dalton Schwartz, and then 4 would be everybody else. Zach Ertz would be on tier 3 too.
Okay, so for me, y'all finna be like again, but 1, I got Mark Andrews, obviously the consensus number 1.
I ain't have to beat somebody ass.
2 and 3, I got Kelce and Kittle, which you probably can, any given day flip flop them too. Then I have at 4, I have Gronk. I have Schultz at 5. I got Dawson Knox at 6. I have Hunter Henry at 7. Kyle Pitts at 8. Goddard at 9, and then Ertz at 10.
Hunter Henry. I need you to go look at it. We got that Pro Football Focus account. I need you to go look at that man's grade on there when you get the chance.
What's wrong with my boy stats, man?
Boy, go look at his grade on that.
What's wrong with my man's stats?
Let me hear him.
He did have 9 touchdowns, though.
I think he had what?
Let me pull it up for you.
55 receptions, 600 yards.
50 catches, 603, and 9 touchdowns.
603, bro. Dalton Schwartz with
a
3
rookie quarterback, and we know what was going on in New England. And the man went like 6-7 games or something like that straight with a touchdown. With touchdowns. The impact on the Patriots team that he had.
Anyway, I don't necessarily. Who you got?
Am I lying, Blake? Did he not have a great impact on that Patriots team?
Did, and then the Patriots made the playoffs too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about how we got our ass whooped, but we just talking about his impact.
Okay, let me hear your 4 through 7 again, real quick.
4, I got Gronk, who was after Andrews, Kelce, and Kittle. Then I have Schultz at 5. I have Dawson Knox at 6. Hunter Henry at 7.
Dawson Knox and Hunter Henry got to go. They got to get Dawson Knox can get bumped if you're gonna put Hunter Henry on.
Why?
And Hunter got to go to 10 because ain't no way
I don't think so.
You saw what Kyle Pitts did, and you have him above Kyle Pitts. The man had 6.
He had 1,000. He had 1,000 yards, but I still put him at 8.
As long as in the top 10,
you put Hunter Henry above Kyle Pitts,
bro. Kyle Pitts had 1,000 yards, but the man lining up pretty much at receiver. That's like saying, okay, line him up down there and put his hand down in the dirt, and you finna run to his side. Is he finna block that man on the end or no?
Is we counting stats or we counting run block grades? Because
I'm counting everything.
Well, then you damn sure ain't supposed to have Dalton Schwartz on there if we count run blocking grade.
Listen, Schultz had a really good year regardless, right? We know he's not the best blocker, but he can do it. I'm not saying he's the best blocker in the world, but we know damn well Kyle Pitts ain't got he light in the ass. We know that.
Ain't no way I put Kyle Pitts. There's no way Hunter Henry's going above Kyle Pitts. That's his rookie year, bro. That's the best rookie year as a tight end.
Yeah. He had a great season, bro.
Oh, you tripping.
How am I tripping, though? How many games they win?
What is he the tight end, bro?
Yeah, he had a great season, but I'm also talking about the impact, everything as a whole. Like, yeah, you had 1,000 yards, but we ain't winning nothing.
You ain't put no Zach Ertz?
Yeah, he had 10.
Oh no, can't do it. You gotta swap a lot of people. I think you gotta, but for me, you gotta bump off Knox if you're gonna put Hunter
I could
on.
potentially bump Knox.
Yeah, and then you gotta move Hunter down. Hunter can't be above Kyle. That's the only issue. You gotta bump Knox because if you're putting Hunter on, I get it. You know, Henry did play good. I'm not saying he played bad. He just did not play better than Kyle Pitts. So I get that.
Hey, you go ahead and believe that if you want to, my boy. But I got Hunter at 7 and Pitts at 8. I feel like I said, Pitts had a great season. I just have Hunter Henry one notch above him.
Hey, make sure you upload this on Twitter, your ranks.
Oh, don't worry.
Blake, send me yours to my text. Text me them and I'll upload yours for you too.
Who, me?
Yeah. Text it to me.
All right, bet.
What you got next for us, Terrance?
Yeah, so now we at the end of our ropes here. So we definitely want to yet again make everyone conscious that, you know, it is Black History Month. So, you know, do yourself a favor and each day, you know, or maybe once a week or however often it might be this month, just take the time out to, you know, find something informational about Black history. There's a lot of great information out there. A lot of people who have created a lot of the things that we use today that didn't get the recognition that they so rightfully deserve, whether it's from like Jack Daniel's liquor to, you know, street lights, everything, like everything. So just definitely take the time out to learn a little bit more than you already knew about Black history. And thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great night, great morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you as you're listening. And definitely big shout out to Blake. Thank you for coming on and joining us tonight. You want to shout out any Twitter, Instagram, anything people can follow you at?
Twitter handle Blizz, BLIZZJUU, 2 U's, and then Heard HEARDD. Instagram, I don't really be using Instagram like that, but Instagram is Blizz Gets Biz. And Steelers Nation, you heard.
Yeah, hey, screw that Steelers Nation part, but hey, I'm gonna give y'all people a Black History Month thing every week. So you gonna get it free from me once a week on Tuesdays when we record. So, you know, if y'all want to look somewhere else additionally up, but you're gonna get it free from me, you know, maybe I'll start charging too.
But definitely thank y'all for tuning in. This has been Couple Folk with the guys. We out of here.
Easy.
Later.